Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me here today. I am a bit under the weather, so I'll have to apologize. But we're going to go ahead and jump into Doom the Dark Ages campaign. Already got one campaign going that I'm about halfway through. But for the sake of starting things at the beginning, go ahead and start with a new game here with just the second to most difficult.
Another fool's errand, witch. You have wasted our time once again.
We will not leave here until the heart of Argent is found. It is close.
The Horde will tear this village to pieces, but our time is running out. Soon, the humans will summon him.
King Noni, we found their entry point. It doesn't make sense, sir.
The barrier is still holding, but our scans show that 3 portals were opened from inside the village.
The demons couldn't get past the barrier, so their followers are letting them in. Thira!
The transports. How much time?
Get me the new bishop. Valen's armored division is still an hour away.
We could try and launch the Atlas.
There's no time. Bishop Creed. We need him.
So this is pretty cool. Look kind of at the Keepers of the Slayer.
Thira, this temple must remain guarded.
The village of Colleen is a mining settlement. If it falls, everything will be destroyed, including your Sentinel energy reserves.
Or who this guy is supposed to be.
Total purification targeted for the village of Khalim.
copyright struck for this music. So I've talked before in the past, previously, about the differences between my PC monitor, the gaming monitor, and my TV, and most of the time, games look way better on my TV than they do on the monitor. On the monitor, the monitor looks great. You know, I wouldn't use it if I didn't think if it wasn't good. But it has a sharpening filter on it in one of the modes. It's called HDR mode, where it doesn't necessarily have HDR enabled, but it gives it like an HDR effect. And this is already like way better looking on this than it is on my TV. Like, I could tell that already, which is crazy. Yep. Yeah, wow, this looks really good.
The Slayer is dangerous. Keep your distance.
We can't stay here.
Ensign, you have a lock on the Slayer's location? Confirmed. Weapon drop incoming in 3, 2, 1.
Get the power glove.
EMT in the nearby church. Route him the location.
Oh. Hey there, Death Trooper. Oh no, the donation streak was busted. Oh well. Hope you're having a good night tonight. Staying dry. It's supposed to get a lot of storms. And, you know, healthy as well. I saw that clip of him playing this game on Twitter. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't know if you've been playing this or not. What do you think of if you're playing on console? What do you think of the graphics, Death Trooper? So I've been up until today. I've been playing it on my TV, and this is the first time I'm playing it on my monitor. And the HDR like sharpening effect that the monitor has makes the game look way better, in my opinion. I don't know what it is if it's my TV, but usually we've talked about it before. Games look better on the big TV. For some reason, though, I'm assuming it's that HDR filter for the monitor. It makes the game look way better. It makes it look way sharper. To me, it looks pretty soft on my TV. And I know that it goes at 1440p and then can drop the resolution to 1080 in some instances, but man, it looks way better on the monitor. Oh, you haven't played it yet? It's a fun game. I like it. Haven't played it yet, but I heard it's blurrier and it looks a bit blurry from the videos you've seen. Base PS5 struggles to hit 1440p. Yeah, I've been playing it on the Xbox. I might end up playing it a little bit on the PS5. It's run really smooth. I've not noticed any like FPS drops or anything. But yeah, the image does look pretty soft from what I could tell on my TV, but playing it here on the monitor, like I said, it's got to be some effect that the monitor has, because it looks really good on the monitor, like real good on the monitor. Play Eternal first. I mean, that's up to you. The stories are kind of vaguely connected, but not to a point, you know. Since this is a prequel, I would say maybe you could get away with playing this first. Got the gate. But yeah, this looks way better on the monitor here than it does on the on my TV, which is definitely not what I expected. Ooh, all right, can't go back. There we go. Get an extra life. You didn't like Eternal much? Yeah, this doesn't have that rock, paper, scissor type of gameplay like how they have with Eternal, where you have to have certain weapons in order to kill certain enemies. Certain weapons will help you kill them faster, or do different effects that'll kill enemies faster, but generally it's pretty much like Doom 2016. If I had to compare it to one of the other two, it would be more Doom 2016 than anything. I'm messing with some YouTube settings. My bad. We'll get there. We'll get back to it. Come on. Okay, then. I'm not sure if I did or not. There's a lot of areas that are, look like that, like what he was fighting in. He's also, I think, playing it on a harder difficulty, which is, I think he was anyway. I only saw the clip. I didn't really see the area or what difficulty, but yeah, I saw him complaining about the difficulty, of course. I'm just playing on normal. I'm not trying to have a pro clip here or anything. He also was playing with mouse and keyboard, and I'm playing with a controller, so I don't, I yeah, I played it since I ended up being sick and not having a voice, which I don't know if you could tell I'm still a little croaky, or my voice is a little bit more hoarse than usual. But I played it Monday night, and I played it, was it Monday night? Yeah, it was Monday night. And I played it yesterday. and on my main file, this is a new game file. I guess I'm halfway through the game, and I've probably played it for about 8 hours. I'm on chapter 11 of 22. So, but this I wanted to start for streaming. I wanted to start over and have a fresh save. I remember him. What is that? I remember him seeing him try to secretly set the difficulty to easy in another games. Yeah. I mean, I've known of him, but I've not been like an active watch. I mean, like someone that watches his stuff over the years. But I can definitely tell you this, that the older you get, the more your reflexes and skills definitely diminish. I mean, at least be honest about what you're doing. Like, if you got a lower difficulty, just say you got to lower the difficulty, you know? Nice. Yikes. Like, I fully admit, I tried that, you know, Doom 2016 on Nightmare. I couldn't do it.
All hell gates closed.
No shame.
The village is secure.
Got caught, tried to say it was a bug. Of course. Wasn't his fault.
Tier 5 readings in the South Bay. Incoming.
A Titan has been summoned.
A Titan? Let's hear God whenever he is getting destroyed. Just presses his foot pedal to hide the stream, video, and camera. Oh. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting. I will say this, it is weird after having played Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal that for them to actually add like a sprint function is it feels weird. Yeah, I can't get over how much better this looks on my monitor than on my TV. That just blows my mind. But these are my guys. It's a very dark game too. Like some areas of the levels that I played, it was like the screen and the lighting was super dark. It is, it does feel weird too, not being able to dash or like double dash, or I think they got rid of the double jump too, because I haven't gotten that yet either. It's very weird that they would do that, but it's certainly a gameplay decision that I don't know if I would have made. At least leaving the double jump and the dash, but I don't know. The levels and the world and everything, they're not built the same as Eternal, so I guess you wouldn't really need it. He acts like you didn't just hear him raging. Yeah, I've been following a lot of his stuff recently, not over the long term, but recently, and it's yeah, some of the stuff is just wild.
We need backup! Someone get on that turret! They're making a final push.
This thing has like infinite ammo. I have run into some difficult sections though. I've died quite a bit on my other save. Got one more hit on this guy. There we go.
All remaining enemy targets have been neutralized.
Yeah, well, the TV too that I have, it's not a giant TV. I think it's only like a 42-inch TV. So I mean, maybe that probably is right, but it's definitely the filter that the monitor has.
They lied to us. And now he has a leash.
The Makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer.
Should be guided.
And you agreed.
He's not one
Of us. They want assurances. And so did I.
Following LTG and DSP more because Wings has gotten
The
boring. and
beast
stopped
is
playing
tearing
shooters.
through our ranks
Tracker
once
videos are
again.
videos on YouTube for distribution.
And still, you
Most of the YouTube
continue
videos that I've
to
seen
be
are over 35.
influenced
Yeah, YouTube
by
really wants to
this
push the long video.
outsider. It is
I've been noticing that a lot
this
too.
witch who is forced onto the battlefield against the Slayer.
All the power of hell cowering before one man. Our enemy is divided. The time is now. And the heart of Argent gives us the power to conquer the beast and crush his allies.
counsel of your progress.
Yeah, those are, it's always nice to be able to grab something to eat or drink and watch a video.
And so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Avoid the Slayer. We should focus on breaking the humans first. Then resume our search.
I ended up losing my Oblivion save. The Oblivion's really messed up. That just goes to show that I think that what I was saying was true about them not launching the game until June with their showcase, but they ended up showing it or releasing it early because of the leak. Because it has a lot of problems. It's a lot like the old PS3 versions of it, where the longer you play it, the worse performance the game gets, until it eventually just kind of continuously crashes. And I had a crash on the PS5, and then I had a crash on the Xbox as well, and I lost probably 15 to 20 hours on the Xbox save, and the entire save that I had for the PS5 just won't load. So yeah, oh yeah, I've unplugged the consoles multiple times. Yeah, it's the save on the Xbox One is one that there's a save right after the first stream that I did with it, where it's literally like 4 or 5 hours in, and then the PS5 one's just completely gone. It just won't load it. It tries to, and then the game crashes. So I ended up uninstalling it on the PS5. I'll get back to it when they fix it.
Yes.
It is an energy field which prevents the demons from opening
But personally, that backs up my theory about what I said with the game not supposed to be launching until June.
And opening portals for them. A mere leak in the dam, sir.
I've heard at least it wasn't permanent like the PS. Well, yeah. The PS3 versions were bad because if you, it was just the more you played it, the worse the game got. But this is every time you restart the game or restart your console, it'll fix it for a little bit.
Slayer vitals increasing.
Yeah, they did.
Slayer prepped for launch.
It's remarkable how he can survive the power surge. Yes. We purify his mind and leave only his hatred for the demons. But his resistance to the Teller's influence is increasing. A request to the Creed for additional energy reserves has already been made.
Launch the Slayer immediately. He's at the drop zone. Deploying weapon.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this is going to end. If they're going to give end up with the Doomslayer being in the sarcophagus at the end of this game, and where they find him on Mars or something. Something like that's going to have to happen. But yeah, this level in particular, when looking at it on the TV, is the image is real soft. This is much, like I've said a few times already, this is much better looking. I'm gonna move myself over a little bit. There we go.
Targeting demonic threat.
Some of this ammo. Yeah, I don't know how it's coming through on the stream, if it's going to come through as a sharp picture or not. I actually have a sharpening filter on the stream too, so it might end up actually looking a little bit better than what it does on a TV.
Reroute all units to the energy relay.
Gotta watch in 720p 60 because it keeps on. Oh, yeah, that might be a YouTube thing or maybe whatever you're watching it on, because it's not. I've got some good stream quality going tonight for once. Nope. Yeah, I hope at some point, which again, I don't know, and I'm not looking for spoilers, but I hope at some point that we get back to Mars in this. Get back to Mars. These guys were messing me up in Eternal. Pretty bad, I remember. That's cool, though. You can just kind of take care of them like that. Toast. Yeah, this was one of the softer looking areas too. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream or not. It's starting to... You could definitely tell that this is like a low res area for some reason. At least I'm even noticing now on the monitor. Even though things do look a little bit sharper, they're definitely like more blurry. Hopefully they can push out a bit of a performance patch. I think the main reason is because ray tracing is constantly running. You like don't have an option to turn that off. And I've also noticed film grain. I saw online somewhere that someone said you can turn it off, but that might only be for PC, because I've looked through the settings and there's nothing that I could find to turn off the film grain effect. Let's upgrade this shotgun.
The command room has a key. Mark it on the player's map.
But yeah, there's definitely something about this area, or something about this part of the level that that caused the resolution to drop. Yeah. Nope, that's not the way I wanted to go. Some more gold. Some health.
We bow before you.
This guy's summoning demons over here. I didn't think that would work that way, but it does. Be really interested to see when I do play this on the harder difficulty what the stand and fight combat is like. Do I think this looks better than Eternal? No, actually I don't. Doom Eternal looks sharper, has more like display modes, and you know, I mean, Doom Eternal initially was designed for PS4 and Xbox One, so I guess it's a little bit more understandable that they could then take that game and enhance it for like a PS5 or a Series X. But personally, no, I think Doom Eternal looks better, and I don't know necessarily why. I've noticed a lot of things kind of look flat and soft. Like in Doom Eternal, this stuff would be all shiny, and whether you had ray tracing stuff on, it would look. I mean, the textures on it would be higher resolution. Like you can see the seam. I don't know if you guys can see it here. I think so. Let me blow up the OBS window so I can look. Yeah, you could see it right where the targeting thing is. There's a seam for the model. Like, I don't know. I personally never noticed anything like that in Doom Eternal, but it's not that this game looks bad by any chance. It looks... Whoa. Getting some graphical flickering here as I say that. It's not that the game looks bad, but Doom Eternal just, you know, I think it looked better personally. I might uninstall Eternal to play Dark Ages, avoid any spoilers, gameplay spoilers at least. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of reflections here. Yikes! What did I get myself into over here? Yeah, I think also too, like all the collectibles and the customizable stuff, like that you would have for Doom Guy, like his costumes and the weapon skins and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember in Eternal, they had like a weird battle pass system that you could also choose friends to help you level it up. That doesn't seem like it's here. I think that looks like it's gone. Yeah, they still have some of the same stuff here, like the plasma gun shooting and shooting the energy shields still makes them blow up, which is pretty neat. I think the reason that a lot of this stuff, like, when it comes to graphics, I think a lot of it has to do with the ray tracing, personally, but I might be wrong about that. Might have had Doom Eternal on too high of a difficulty. Yeah, I mean, it can be brutal. I just playing it on, what is it, Hurt Me Plenty, which is like not easy, but probably just like, no, I consider it normal, and that's what I'm playing this on. But yeah, those games can be crazy punishing. Yeah, if it's not implemented well, ray tracing can be it can be a bit of a downer for a game. Personally, I mean, that's how I feel. I'm sure people that have PCs that can run it really well probably feel different, but I mean, for just myself on, you know, playing on a console, I don't really need it, to be honest. Oh, you might have had it on Nightmare. Yeah, that might be a little bit too much. I found a secret area. Nice. Got some gold. Nope, can't go through there. Ooh, more gold. Most people on PC also don't like RT too much unless it's an overkill. Oh. Well, that's what I was saying. The people that have the PCs that can run it really well, I'm sure, probably really like it, but I don't know if you've ever seen Doom or Doom Eternal running on the Switch. Like if you've ever played it that way. But that's kind of what this reminded me of with playing this on my TV. Was you have like Doom Eternal that looks, you know, runs at a super high resolution, has high texture, you know, high resolution textures. Everything looks really sharp, runs really well. And then going from that game to this game on my TV, and then playing it was like going and playing Doom Eternal from from like the PS5 on like the Switch, where it's just kind of like, ooh, like it still looks good and it still plays good, but it's definitely, you're like, ooh, yeah, it's definitely a softer picture. It definitely is a bit of a visual downgrade.
Commander, we need assistance out here.
Really would have liked them to add it so that you could see the rest of Doom Guy looking down, but I guess that's not in it. You know, another thing that might be causing a lot of the softness is the depth of field. Let me, because things farther away aren't like sharp looking. Controls the depth of field quality off. And the sharpening, I've turned this up from the default and it doesn't seem like it does anything. Like, at all. Yes. Leave the depth of field off. Maybe that's... Maybe that'll help. We'll see. Come on. That's cool. Uh-oh. We gotta figure out how to get in here. That's cool looking, though. Seeing these things in action, instead of in Doom Eternal, there's like a bunch of them that are just kind of crashed everywhere. All right. Let's try and find our way in. Oh yeah, there's also like a bit of destructibility to this, which is pretty cool. Something you didn't see in Eternal. I don't, at least as far as I remember, I never noticed anything like that. Did demons build this place? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is like the ancient human, the Sentinel people built this, I think. Nope, can't go up there. Some gold. Let's see, can we get over here? Nope. Oh, that's lame. Ah, here we go. No, nothing. Let's turn this off. Nice, that's how you get in there. That's not hard to figure out. What was Phil having a meltdown for? Alright, now we can continue on. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Dude, it's incredible how they've just, like, evolved the Doom formula in a way that feels normal. Like, I don't know, this... Every single one of those games, Doom 2016, this game, Doom Eternal, like, they found a way to keep things new and fresh with each game, while also, like, retaining the feeling of Doom. Honestly, man, they need to send some of their devs over to Halo Studios and 343 and like, really show them how it's done. I have it. I think I have it on the Switch. But I can't remember the last time I played it. It's been a long time. I got it for free for something. I know I bought it on the Switch years and years ago. But I think they also gave it to you free on Xbox for it was buying one of the Doom games, I think.
There's a teleporter nearby. Mark it for him.
Oh, no. I never actually played it back then. You know, love my mother, but she was a way overprotective as a parent for me. I would have never been allowed to play anything like that. This I did find to be weird. It's like their answer for taking away the double jump. You stick that in there and then use the magnetic thing to pull yourself towards it to get over big jumps instead of having a double jump. Which I don't know, that just it just seems a little like just put the double jump in at that point. But excuse me. there we go. Do I not have enough? Guess I don't. Well, what about, let's check out the shield. What do we got? Hold a parrying Hell Surge attacks will trigger a larger, more powerful shockwave, causes nearby demons to heavy falter. We'll take it. Let's see what's over here first. Ah. Ooh. A weapon skin, nice. I'm about to die. How do I get that, though? That's what I'm looking at. I don't think I can get it from over here. Can I hit that with my shield? I did hit it with my shield, but... Okay. We'll figure that out another time. Oh, this is the end of the level. Or maybe it's not. Ooh. The one thing I will say that I do miss is the demons having weak points. With like those big things in the in Doom Eternal, you'd be able to shoot off their hand, like the guns on their hands or on their wrist, and then they wouldn't be able to like hit you with the same attack. I have not played Black Ops 6 recently. I think the last time I tried it was at the beginning of Season 3, and it just basically felt the same to me. You'd play one good match, and then you'd have like 10 matches of people just kicking your teeth in. It's just like, alright, well... like, there's a lot of other games I could be playing that I would enjoy. You know.
Demonic leader identified.
I'm out of ammo for that. Here we go. Let's get some health. Also, I learned that console cheats are actually a thing thanks to AI. Oh wow, that's terrible. I mean, I'm not surprised, but... yeah, I don't know, man. I want to like COD. Their engagement-based matchmaking thing is what kills it for me. Yeah, this is cool. You get to climb in this thing and use it. Treyarch is putting in the AI anti-cheat for theater mode. That's weird. Yeah, one of the last things I remember seeing was they the art for one of the seasons, I think it was season 3, had a guy, like one of the characters, loading a gun, like a clip into the gun, but if you look, the bottom of the clip is where the bullets were like sticking out at, and he was loading the wrong end of the clip into the gun, which made me think that it was definitely an AI image, which I'm sure it was. I saw that, I was like, you gotta be kidding. Boom! This guy's not going to attack. Just run over all these tanks. Why not? Yeah, I mean, the destruction in this is pretty cool. I'm sure the Sentinels don't appreciate me running through everything that I possibly can, but, you know. that is pretty neat. Pressing RB when no finisher is charged will activate a Rocket Punch. Rocket Punch can be used to quickly close the gap. Trigger your dash LT as an enemy is about to hit you to trigger a perfect dodge. Performing a perfect dodge will fill a portion of your finisher meter.
Sir, a Titan broke through. The energy relay is under attack.
If the core explodes, the city goes with it. Dimensional barrier is shutting down. We can't stop it now.
A lot more fun in BO6 when you get normal maps and the ejective modes. Yeah, I could see that. I pretty much burned myself out on Team Deathmatch. That's really the only game type I really like. Like, if I'm gonna play objective games, honestly, I'd rather play them in Halo. But I mean, even there, dude, I forgot to mention this, and this is gonna be when my voice gets a little bit better. I'm gonna make a full dedicated video on this. So I went back and looked. Actually, I'm gonna go. Let's go full screen for this. I went back and looked at the Halo update, for the new season, and I noticed that they added the ability. To purchase Spartan points. And they're basically almost like a dollar for dollar, like 10,000 or like 1,000 credits is, I think, $10. Or I'm sorry, 10,000 Spartan points essentially costs $10 to buy. You could buy with 1,000 credits. They have that haunted helmet, the haunted helmet from Reach, listed at 75,000 Spartan points, which means if you bought credits to buy that, you would have to spend $75 just to buy the helmet. That is absurd. And the second my voice gets a little bit better, either over the next day or two, I'm gonna be. Somebody's got to make a video about it because I haven't seen anything about it yet. But that is just absolutely insane. Nice.
More Titans ahead. Support team, deploy weaponry.
Incoming.
343 never stops giving. You're like, I couldn't believe it. I looked at that and I'm like, because at first the update was broken. Like, I went to try to play it and the game just wouldn't load. And I'm like, well, of course, like, surprise, surprise. And then I cloud streamed it on my PC like the next day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna re-download this and take a look at it, and just look at it. And I was looking, and I could not believe when I saw that. That storm would have happened if 343 pulled that during Halo 5 when it was an Xbox exclusive. Yeah. And I mean, you can make an argument like, oh, well, you know, if the person that wants to buy that finds that valuable, sure. It's like, dude, could you imagine, like, $75 for one? It's not even like a bundle where you get like a bunch of stuff. It's just that helmet. It's just the helmet, and it's like, what? It's like, even other free-to-play games, man, like, $75 in $75 in, like, let's say Fortnite, I'm pretty sure gets you the entire season pass. I saw that, I was like, no way. No way, and of course, all of the Halo shills just don't even mention it.
Explode. He needs to evacuate now.
And then other games like COD are going to be $80. Oh yeah, absolutely. Xbox talking about their game prices going up. COD's going to be $80 this year, and I'm not going to buy it. I will do what Xbox wants, and that is play it in Game Pass. But I'm honestly probably gonna let my Game Pass subscription. I'm probably gonna let it shut off. I don't understand why. I've found this, that if you're subscribed to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with Renew on, auto renew, like if you're using a 360 service, you can't sign into Xbox Live. It doesn't let you. You get an error code. So if your auto billing is on and you have a 360 that you still have, you can't sign in to the 360 for some reason. I saw a clip the other day too that Xbox Era on YouTube is talking about changing their name. You Game Pass from eBay for around $10 every month. Nice.
Reports from the makers. Tracking the Slayer for evac now.
But yeah, after Doom here, I'm probably, which I mean, I bought Doom anyway because I was going to stream it on Monday. Then I got sick and couldn't talk. Ah! Doom has just 70. Yeah, I saw that. That is, dude. Like, honestly, all the there's no point in buying physical Xbox games anymore, and they're not even putting them on disc for their own consoles. Supposedly, they're putting a physical version for Gears on the PS5, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same thing where it has just, you know, the access key on it. Do I write disc or disc? Usually with it depends on the media.
The transdimensional barrier is offline.
It depends on the media that I'm talking about.
Surging. The Creed has requested an
I find myself, if I'm talking about music, it's a disc with a C. If I'm talking about a game or a movie for some reason, like a Blu-ray disc, it's with a K. I don't know why I do it that way, but I just do.
I did as you asked. Now please, let her soul be at peace.
Diablo.
And the heart of Argent
Is sealed in a chamber. I told you, I cannot open it. No one can.
But yeah, it's you know, I've said this before, that if you're gonna start collecting physical games, you should start now with PS4, PS5, and original Switch, and even some Xbox One games too, because the next gen, it's not gonna be the way people want it to be. The next Xbox, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have a disc drive in it at all. Same thing with the PS6, although I expect the PS6 to have an attachable drive like the PS5 does now.
We've tried contacting them. No response.
You're going to have the base PS6 at $500 with a $200 disc drive add-on. I guarantee it. That's how you're going to hit your $700 console.
The Heart of Argent, discovered in AR-722. An artifact said to contain the soul of the last wraith. Powers and origin unknown.
Assemble the guard.
Demons in the north wing.
I mean, this area should look familiar to you if you've played Doom Eternal. Huh. So there is a difference. That's interesting. I had no idea.
With the Slayer guarding the barracks, we'll take the airships. Rally at the priest signal.
I prefer disc because I'm tired of seeing the letter C. Yeah, the language is a bit odd, for sure. use them interchangeably, but the official acronyms are... Huh. Okay. Mission challenges are now available for you to discover and complete. Completing a mission challenge will grant gold that can be used to purchase upgrades. You can track your progress or pin challenges to your HUD in the change tabs of the dossier, right? They're not like, what is Doom Guy doing? Some of these levels remind me of, oh nice, this gun. Some of these levels remind me of, levels from that new Warhammer, Space Marine 2 game that came out. Apparently the music industry used disc more, while tech people use disc more for stuff like floppy. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's, you know, maybe that's why, like, subconsciously seeing stuff like that, maybe why I associated things that way too. Because yeah, I looked at disc D-I-C-K, or D-I-S-C, disc as music, yeah, while D-I-S-K was more of a game thing to me. What am I doing here? Alright, well, we're still going out this way. That's weird. Yeah, well, I mean, it's no secret that I'm an old man. I mean, you know, I hate to use that old saying, but, you know, it is what it is. You gotta call a spade a spade. I'm not a young man no more. Found one of the toys. Yeah, I've been debating recently too on whether or not to go to have a camless, like, you know, just not appear on camera anymore for my stuff, but I don't know. Worth noting that optical discs like DVDs and CDs use discs in their acronym. Yeah. Jump to get up there? No. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Energy.
Yikes, that was close. Let's come back up here then and we'll get some more health. That was cool. It's almost like a fighting game, it feels like, with the putting in combos and countering and blocking. See, and this is, I mean, I'm sure this will probably, should this get to the ears of the hardcore Souls fans, but if the Dark Souls games would offer the like customizability of being able to extend the parry window, I would probably like them a little bit more. Like I played Elden Ring for maybe 50 some hours, and then I got to a point where I just couldn't play it anymore. It just wasn't good enough. The one boss was I don't even know what he was. I can't remember, but it got to a point where just like I was just like, okay, like I can't do this. Hello. Whew, running out of ammo. Dark Souls fans would hate making the... I know they would. I mean, you know, I've been down that road of argument with people online before in comment sections and on Twitter, and yeah, trust me, I know that they hate the idea of making the game any bit more easier, which, you know, I guess if that's what the game's supposed to be, then that's what it's going to be. But I personally would like to see it given a little bit more customizability. Make it as hard as you want or as easy as you want. That's how a lot of these games are coming out now. That's how this is. And I mean, I played on whatever the base default normal setting is, but you know, if I wanted to make it more difficult, I could do that. Nice. What do we got? Impaler. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't realize how powerful this gun is. Rewards high precision, that's for sure. it has a low round count. Sentinel Shrine. Let's see what we got. Upgrades available. Energy shields that are hit by a shield throw will cause your shield to bounce to nearby enemies. Let's check out the guns. We got, how much is that? Nope, not enough. Increase the damage of the final hit in your Power Gauntlet combo. Why not?
On the barracks is a diversion. My father will need help. Ensign, mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Marking the Slayer's hut now.
I might have found a new favorite gun. I didn't really use it too much on the previous save that I have. But if it can take out... taken out a lot of enemies with... a lot of, like, high-powered enemies. I will say this too, one thing that I'm really glad that they have done, it seems like they addressed, and all my previous like playthroughs with Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, I was always disappointed that your melee wasn't as, like, I felt like it was really weak. They gave you the blood punch in the one game, I think it was Eternal. But your melee, I don't know, your melee to me in the other games never felt as powerful as it should have been. So it's cool to me now that, like, you're just this, you're like a really super powerful dude. Gears Reloaded when it comes out? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know we just played through it. When did we just recently played through this? God, I feel like that was... Might have been a while ago now at this point, but yeah, we're definitely going back to it. When did we play through Gears? Let's see, we played Gears of War Ultimate in July, so it'll be over a year. Yeah, we'll definitely going back to it for sure. I'm also gonna probably get it on PS5 and cover it there too. I mean, it's gonna be a free upgrade for me with the digital edition. But yeah, I'll probably also get a copy of that there as well. I know a lot of people are freaking out and Xbox game, there's no reason to own an Xbox. There's no reason to, just all that like crazy thought. Is there a sprint button? Yes, actually, Doom does have sprinting now. You already move pretty quickly at base speed, but yeah, now there's a sprint button. But yeah, I'll definitely try out the multiplayer when it comes back. I'm not going to be any good at it, I can tell you that right now, but I'll definitely try it for sure. I remember the original Doom had sprint and it played better with auto sprint. I think auto sprint is actually a setting that you can turn on. Let me see. Yeah, auto sprint, you can turn it on. So yeah, you could always have it on if you want. Really makes you move like a race car though. But yeah, I'll definitely check out Gears Reloaded. I'm gonna get that for sure. I'll play the multiplayer and try that out. I'm not very good at it, so that's gonna be all the Gears veterans are gonna have fun because I'm gonna not be very good. So I'm sure I'll help them get their achievements and rank up and all that fun stuff. Nice. Yeah, there's quite a few videos that I got that I want to make that aren't just analysis videos. Gotta make the video talking about Halo with the microtransactions now, or macro transactions now for $75 to buy that one helmet. Plus, I want to talk about, just give a channel update, a bit of what's going to be going on here. And then Doom, thoughts on Doom. There's a lot of things that I got to get to. It just second my voice sounds a little bit better, I'll be getting to them. off the edge. I almost did. Yeah, the skyboxes and landscapes look really cool too. Almost killed somebody down here. Okay then. Secret area. Nice. What did I find? Weapon skin. Okay. But yeah, honestly, what I would really like to see them do with Gears of War is treat this Gears of War Reloaded as more of a platform, kind of like how the MCC is. You launch Gears Reloaded, and then next year you can launch Gears 2 Reloaded, but it's just an update or an add-on for the app. So, you know, and then maybe the next year after that, or however long after that, they added Gears 3. I'd like to see them treat it a lot how the MCC is. The MCC is a brilliant idea. It's just unfortunate that it was executed so poorly. Like, when they put that out initially, if they knew, like, oh, we can put out Halo 1 and then later on charge people for Halo 2 and then charge people for Halo 3, if they would have known that at the time, they definitely would have done it. And, like, that's not even a question to me. It's essentially how they launched the game on PC, you know. They launched Reach and then the other games. There's that main hub where all the games, other games, like, plug into. Get in here? Nope. Okay.
Slayer is approaching the bridge to the Dragon's aviary.
Codex. Alright. I got a boss. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I definitely have to have a boss fight, I'm sure. Champions have gold armor, which takes reduced damage from your weapons. Parrying Hell Surge attacks will build up stun. Once the stun meter is full, you will have a window to deal heavy damage. Okay. Vomit. here. That's cool.
Aviary unlocked. Clear the Slayer's launch pad.
Alright guys, I thank you guys for joining me. Nice always seeing you, Death Trooper. So I got a pretty popular comment on, I forget what it was, and it might have been Digital Foundry's video. But I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm still not feeling all that well, and I'm going to go take some more Dayquil and just relax. But I will be back soon, so keep an eye out for more videos. I have a whole, like, backload of, like, 5 things to make, so. But nonetheless, this isn't a business meeting. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.